Alright guys, day 38, part 1. So in this video I want to talk about how people on the internet, especially influencers who are guys, that a lot of young guys look up to, keep talking about this whole concept of life being a competition, especially for men, and how we're all competing with each other in order to get to the top, in order to save our place, or whatever you get what they're talking about, or you understand the concept, right? Like if you don't work your butt off to get to where you want to be, someone else is going to work their butt off and take whatever it is that you want. And so I think that's very true. I think that's the truth. That has to be the truth. There's no other way to wrap your head around it. It is the truth. Life is a competition. That's the way I see it. You know, but one thing that I don't agree with the way they say, is that you have to outwork everyone, right? Now, hard work is definitely essential. It's crucial. You need to put it in. If you aren't willing to work hard, you're not going to get anywhere. Let's face it. But at the same time, if time is your competitive advantage in anything like business, or like basically if time is your competitive advantage, if the thing you're banking on is being able to outwork another person, then you're probably not going to get to where you want to be. You want to use your mind should be your competitive advantage. Leverage should be your competitive advantage, not your time. And so it's not enough for you to just work hard. You also need to be working on the right stuff. You need to be working really smart. Okay? Someone working 4 hours a day on the right things is more productive than someone working 15 hours a day on the wrong things. Okay? And now, I'm not saying that you should just work 4 hours a day on the right things and call it a day. I mean, you can if you want it. If you're able to get all of your stuff done in 4 hours a day, that's great. You know, like the way I see it, if you truly work smart, that means you take your goals, your very measurable goals, and you reverse engineer them to figure out the daily or weekly KPIs, key performance indicators, or basically the actions that you need to take in order to achieve the outcomes that you want, and you figure out exactly what you need to do and how much you need to do of it on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. And if you're able to do that, if you're able to execute upon that, and you're able to get that done in, let's say, 4 hours a day, 6 hours a day, 10 hours a day, whatever time it takes for you to get all of your stuff done, once you've done that for the day, go do whatever you want for the rest of the day. That's my rule, right? Once I do have a lot of work, I do work for most of the day, but once I'm done with all of my work for the day, once I have finished all of my tasks, once I have made progress towards all of my goals, once I've moved the needle forward, once I have done all of that, right, I do nothing else for the rest of the day. I don't do nothing else. I do whatever I want, right? Hold on, there's a car passing by. Okay, so I do whatever I want. That could be more work. Very rarely it's more work. Oftentimes it's not. It's usually some kind of physical activity. I'm big on sports and exercise and stuff like that. That's stuff that I enjoy doing. I like walking a lot. That's something that I do quite a bit of. So it would be something like that, maybe hanging out with my friends, occasionally watching TV and stuff like that. But, I don't do anything like, no video games, absolutely not. No video games, no, social media, at least no social media consumption. I produce on social media, but I do not consume social media. No drugs, no alcohol, no partying, none of that shit. I basically don't do anything that's going to screw up my sleep at all, because I've struggled with sleep for a long time. I'm much better than I used to be, but yeah. So I want you to keep that in mind, right? Prioritize value output over input. Prioritize output over input. It doesn't matter if you're working all day, every day, if you're not getting the right shit done. But if you're able to get the right shit done at a given day, and you still have time left over to do something fun, or enjoy life, like, go ahead, do that, right? It's going to be like, if you're pursuing something that's sustainable long term, if you're pursuing something that's going to win in the long run, right? Something that's going to make you, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. If that's the kind of goal that you're working towards, it's going to take you a long time to get there, right? And you can't expect to, some people, very few people, someone like Elon Musk might be able to work for 18 hours a day every single day, not do anything fun for 15 years and survive. But most people are not capable of doing that. And even if I was capable of doing that, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure I'd want to do that, right? Because that doesn't sound like the most enjoyable kind of life, even if it means hundreds of billions of dollars, right? So the point is, like, give yourself a rule. Be disciplined about it, right? You're gonna prioritize. You're gonna prioritize well. You're gonna work smart. You're gonna work hard. You're gonna work efficiently, and you're gonna get your shit done. And until you get your shit done, you're not allowed to do anything fun for the day. But once you get your shit done, you are free to do whatever you want for the rest of the day, as long as it doesn't screw up your sleep. That's my rule. That's what I follow. And so, because if you screw up your sleep, you're screwing up the following day, and that's going to throw you off for the whole day. Because if you're sleep deprived, the difference between being sleep deprived versus being well rested when you're working, like the difference is night and day, right? It's crazy. Like my efficiency like completely drops when I'm sleep deprived and I'm using caffeine to stay awake. It is not a good combo, right? I only drink caffeine when I'm sleep deprived and I need to get shit done no matter what. But otherwise, I don't touch caffeine. It's basically a drug. I just stay away from it. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I've got for this one. Well, like I'll just leave you guys with one more thing, right? This whole concept of enjoying the journey. Yes, you need to enjoy the work you do. You need to enjoy like the pursuit of whatever it is that you're pursuing. That's true, but you should also do something fun outside of work, right? Your entire life can't be work. Your entire life can't be your career, your job, your academics, like whatever it is that you're pursuing, right? You need to have a life outside of whatever it is that you're working on. Yes, it's good to pursue your goals. You should definitely do that, but you should also make sure that you don't let like the rest other aspects of your life just pass you by or disappear, right? Because at the end of the day, once you get to once you get to the level of success that you want to get to, right, you'll find that if you didn't bring enough people with you, you're going to be pretty lonely up there. And so it's not enough for you to just like make a shit ton of money and throw away your health, throw away your relationships, the people you care about, and all of that stuff. You need to make time for all of those things, right? Even if you don't make time for anything else. Like I said this in a video a long time ago, probably talking about my 3 priorities, which are my health, my health, my work, and my relationships. Like only the really important, meaningful ones. So no matter what, I make time for those 3 things. Even if I can't make time for anything else on a given day, maybe I can't make time for entertainment, maybe I can't make time for hobbies, maybe I can't make time for this or that or whatever it may be. I will always make time for those 3 things, at least to a certain extent, right? And so I think if you get your priorities straight, if you figure out what it is that you really want in life and you pursue it relentlessly, well, you do so in a way that doesn't burn you out in the long run, which basically means, doing stuff outside of work that you enjoy doing, right? The journey, the road to, accomplishing your goals doesn't have to be miserable. Like the more enjoyable it is, the easier it is the easier it'll be for you to complete that journey, and the more likely, and which increases your probability of becoming successful. And so a combination of pursuing what you enjoy, what you really want, and also doing stuff outside of work that you also enjoy doing, ideally with people that you care about, will prevent you from getting burnt out in the long run, and it'll lead to your inevitable success if you can stick with it. That's what I've found works best for me, for the goals that I've pursued in the past that I've already accomplished. And what I found is, like, the more I enjoyed the process of getting to those goals, the more I enjoyed the actual journey, the easier it was for me to achieve those goals, and the faster I was able to accomplish them. So yeah, anyways, that's all I've got for this one. I'll see you in the next one.